RTTV. I'm Brian Weatherley, and over the next 3 days we're going to be bringing you the very best of the CV Operator Show in a series of special webcasts produced in association with Multipart. Look around the show right now and you won't see too many truck manufacturers, but don't let that put you off, because there's a lot to see at Birmingham, and over the next 3 days we'll bring it all to you. Now, first of all, we're going to go into the Vauxhall stand where there's a big story brewing. With a 2.3 litre diesel rated at up to 146 horsepower, 4 vehicle lengths, 3 roof heights, payloads of up to 2,500 kilograms and a towing capacity of up to 3 tonnes, new Movano is ready to take on transit. I'm joined by Vauxhall boss Bill Parfitt. Bill, just how important is new Movano to Vauxhall?
Very important. Hitherto, commercial vehicle operators could buy our range from Corsa right the way through to Movano, but never the heavy end. And that's a sector we've missed. So this really is important. It allows us into markets that hitherto we haven't been in, and frankly will get us back to 50 or 60,000 units a year. So quite frankly, this is the most important van we've launched for a decade.
Thank you, Bill. So that's the new Vauxhall Movano. No job too big. Mobile phones. They can be a real distraction, especially if you're driving a vehicle, and you certainly shouldn't be using one in a truck. Behind me is a very clever initiative created by the Central Motorway Police Group. And to tell us all about it, I'm joined by PC Steve Rounds. Steve, what's it all about?
Morning, Brian. Well, this is an initiative we started in September. We use an unliveried truck travelling in conjunction with a police vehicle to do the stopping, and the truck's manned by 2 police officers, a police officer driving and a police officer in the passenger seat with a video camera spotting at the right height, looking into cabs to make sure drivers are wearing the seatbelts and not using the phones or doing anything else in the cabs that we hear about when people call in to us.
So the message is, Steve, safety first.
Absolutely. Stay off the phone.
Now here's a clever turn. The U-tail demountable body system, shown here on the Peugeot Boxer, ideal for this kind of conversion, being front-wheel drive. Down to ground in 6 seconds, and not just box bodies, but drop sides and platforms too. Now, let's go and see what the RHA has to say as one of the show partners. I've come onto the RHA stand to speak to Jeff Dunning, CEO of the Road Haulage Association, one of the 3 show partners. Jeff, the CV Operator Show, slightly different name. What's it all about?
Well, it's all about what people need to do once they've bought the vehicles. There's all sorts of challenges that face people in operating them, and that's what we're all about here. We've got the political side of the RHA, campaigning for changes that will benefit the industry. We've got the services we provide, like training, tachograph analysis. We've also got the trade association, where people get information, advice and guidance on how to run vehicles, and that's what this show is all about.
Jeff, I wish you all the best with it.
Thank you.
You're watching RTTV in association with Multipart. Now, it's not every day we're joined by Senior Traffic Commissioner Philip Brown, who's speaking at the Road Freight Leaders Forum. So it's something of an exclusive for RTTV. So, Philip, what is it you want operators to do to stay away from you?
Operators need to comply with the law, basically. What they need to do is follow the principles of road safety, fair competition. That will keep them away from us at a public inquiry. And a happy traffic commissioner is one who is not receiving increasing work from non-compliance operators.
Well, there's the message. Thank you very much, Philip. And remember, if you stay legal, you'll stay away from the traffic commissioners. If you're one of the 115,000 operators in the UK that runs an LDV van or minibus, you'd have been worried when last year LDV ceased its operations, particularly worrying about where you were going to get parts. Well, the good news is I'm talking to Charles Binns, Business Development and Marketing Manager for Multipart, who has good news for parts supply. Charles.
Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, it comes as a bit of a surprise to me when I hear stories like that, given that we have some £10 million worth of stock in our warehouse back at Chorley, another £3 million out with the dealers, and we've just secured another £6 million worth of stock from CVL, the owners of the LDV brand, from the factory. In addition to that, we're also reverse engineering, where parts are looking like they may run out of supply, and overseas sourcing with our new owner TVS in India. So I am quite confident that we will be able to keep these vehicles on the road for at least 5 years to come, and there's not a lot to worry about. Thank you.
It was clearly good news on the Nissan stand, where the NV200 won International Van of the Year for 2010. And Tony Lewis, Corporate Sales Director, picked up the award from UK jury judge Andy Salter. And it was a jubilant Tony Lewis who spoke exclusively to RTTV.
Thank you. Yeah, we're absolutely delighted with this award. I think it really establishes Nissan as a real force in commercial vehicles and supports MV200 as a groundbreaking and segment-breaking product. So we're delighted with it.
That concludes day one of the RTTV webcast, live from the CV Operator Show, produced in association with Multipart.